Good evening, Marianne. Ulifika nyumbani poa? Yes, babe. I am home though kinda tired. Hata lunch hatukukula. Ni kama ni mimi ulikuwa unangoja kula lunch. Unaona? Naambia you are a good lunch. Nimeshiba hadi umesahau ile panty yako. Fanya hivi, Marianne, send me 8,000. I handle some emergency. Akamwambia sina 8,000 in my M-Pesa, maybe 6,000. Okay, nita kushukuru sweetie. Unaona hii sweetie? Akamwambia sweetie. Halafu instead of struggling to get money, why don't you organize we take this man out before 16th April ama ule akamwambia I swear we must get that money. Siwezi kaa njaa na kuna 85 million inalala pahali. Huyo akamwambia good morning, nitumie picha yako ni kuone nyonyo.
Sasa hii mali yote
si mimi.
Na ni yetu na wewe. Na ni wewe nimeandika uwe next of kin. Unaweza nifanyia hii maneno kweli?
Si tukaongea kwa nyumba. Wacha kuongea hizi nini?
Hapana. Kuna. Yaani mna plan vile mtaniua. Mkule hizi vitu yangu.
Kwa nyumba.
Kuna. Kiasi. Kuna. Yaani hata wewe hata pana kuna hapana, wacha ikae hivyo. Mimi sitaki kujua, sitaki hata kidogo.
So in a way instead of him ampe alipe sasa grandson wake.
That is your husband?
Yes, that's my Mr. Maina, Baba Sam. So in a way there has always been tension. So my heart is telling me and my spirit is telling me that the dad has a big part to play with it.
Anything that you are sure? Did you plan killing your husband with this Mr.
I did not plan, and that thing should not come in here. What I know is Mr. Gono was supposed to inherit that land, but the dad cast him because he was irresponsible, he was a drunkard.
Love that you show me, yes, that I cannot take it for granted. Love that you show me, I cannot deny.
Hello guys, what's up everybody, this is Director Samaritan 254 na kama kawaida hapa ni Eastern TV. Guys, before we start, make sure that you subscribe, you comment and also share hii video iweze kufikia as many people as possible. Guys, today we are with Mama Sam ama Mary Ann, if I'm not wrong. Na reason ya kuweza ku meet na Mary Ann, it's because she called me and told me that Samaritan, I need to talk to you. And guys, mostly after kuweza kufanya hizi stories zote, tukipatana na watu kwenye barabara, vitu zipatikane, we always like giving these people some chance, mtu aweze kujiexpress na aweze kutuambia ni nini hasa inaweza msumbua, ama maybe angekuwa anataka usaidizi wetu, na sisi tunaona kama tunaweza saidiana. Na leo hii ningependa kumpatia Mary Ann a chance aweze kutuambia kwa nini ukaweza kunitafuta. I found your 3 missed calls, then later I called you. Why did you want to talk to us? We start from that point.
Sasa nilikuita because vitu they are getting out of hand. Vitu zina escalate from everywhere. First of all, nimeshikwa na stress mingi. I think I'm also getting depressed because hakuna kitu normal anymore. Watu wananipe macho mbaya, wamenijudge already. The neighbor already tushakosana. She's like, I don't think you can stay here anymore because nimesikia vitu juu yako. That's how she put it, but of course nimejua ali watch episode. Sasa you know the worst thing is I had to face the police. Sasa nimetajiwa cases. I've been charged for murder and I've been charged for harming my son. And I feel very sad because hata sahi my son doesn't want to be with me. Like it's very tense between us. And then unajua as a mother I'm feeling so bad, like tulikuanga very close. And then na wengine, okay, I'm with the small girl, tumeenda kwa nyumba ingine, but the other one is about to close school, she's in boarding. So I'm imagining when she comes back, sasa nikishikwa, where will she go to? So I'm feeling very bad kuimagine that atakuja kutoka shule, hatanipata.
And is their father not taking care of them? Because you're talking as if you're the person with the most responsibility. Is their dad not taking care of them?
He usually does, but my presence is always felt because mi ndio nakuanga karibu nao. Kazi yangu si mingi. Most of the time, as I told you, I just manage the properties, the receipts and everything. So wakiwa shule ndio naweza kugawa time yangu. When they're in school, I handle the office issues. But sai wakitoka, we spend a lot of time with them. So it will be very strange, like wasinipate. And then even some is not talking to me. So you can imagine as a mother how I'm feeling.
So your son is not talking to you?
He's not talking to me.
Why do you think is the reason of why he's not talking to you, the one and only son?
Because he's been feeling like the mother is the cause of all this. Like amejijazia, you know, he's watching. These children have phones and they have YouTube, they are watching. So his peers, I'm sure amemwambia, we saw your mother somewhere. So amewatch. And it's been insinuated, things have been put in his head, your mother wanted to kill you. So amejijazia already, like I'm the one who was the cause of hata vile. Already he has injuries. We told you he's healing, hajapona. So he's not talking to me. We are not at the talking stage right now. Yeah.
You know, Mom, when you told me that you wanted to talk to me, I didn't know the actual reasons. Actually, up to now, sijajua the reason of why maybe you wanted to see us. Why look for us? Yet you are found doing some things, strange things, chatting with these loyal viewers ambaye anajulikana kama Max, you planning some things against your husband. Why look for us?
The thing is, I want to clear the air because all those are accusations. And then sitakubali niwekwe ndani for something I have not done. So that's the reason I came to clear the air in a way. Because mwanzo, let me just start with the family. Mi niliingia the family kiwanga na shida. My husband has always had problems with his dad. So in a way nilikuta already they have problems. So I want to clear the air to say that maybe this thing, the dad has to do something, has something to do with it, because it's not normal. Wamekuwa wakivutana, and then in a way, you know, my what do I say, my husband's grandfather, yani baba yake, alipe, yeye ndio alimpe mali, alipe my husband land, yani he inherited. Sasa I think in a way, instead of him giving his own son land, he gave my husband the land. So in a way, it brought a lot of tension because I think the dad is kind of bitter. And when we spoke in a way, of course, even him amepewa habari. So we spoke with his dad, Mr Gono, and he was like, this is weird. So in a way, I'm usually in between. I feel like I'm in between because everything, I'm not the cause. Let's clear that first. So I think he has a thing to do with this, and I cannot accept to be in prison for someone's mishappenings.
Who is this Mr. 𝐤𝐿𝐿?
Mr. 𝐤𝐿𝐿 is my father-in-law.
Oh, your father-in-law.
Yes, my husband's
That is your husband's dad.
Yes. Yeah.
And you trying to beat around the bush. And before I have given you so many chances to tell us what has been happening, there are guys who are involved. How is it that you're mentioning? How is this 𝐤𝐿𝐿 involved in this issue?
Because he's been bitter all through. His own dad did not give him land. Tuseme ni kama alimroga because he was irresponsible. So in a way, instead of him ampe, alipe sasa grandson wake.
That is your husband?
Yes, that's my Mr. Maina, Baba Sam. So in a way, there has always been tension. So my heart is telling me and my spirit is telling me that the dad has a big part to play with it. Because hiyo sasa ilikuwa supposed kuwa yake.
And let me ask you, ma'am. Okay, I'm trying to understand you there, that you're having some pain because of your children.
Yes.
And how you're losing your home. But how is it connected with you sleeping with this lawyer?
First of all, we say that was not the case. That was an accusation. Everything is accusations. I will not plead guilty to something that I've not done. These are all accusations, and Max and I were just close friends. We were helping each other. Max was a friend, so we had no intimate relationship with Max. Yeah.
So in short, you're trying to say that all the messages that we read, they are null and void. They are void. Yes, that's all I can say. And I won't continue saying this. I had said it before. These are accusations, and I'm denying them. They were just flats. We were just talking. Why are you mentioning Mr. 𝐾𝐿 in this situation? Why are you beating around the bush? Why don't you just tell us the truth? Because what is happening? When he came and we talked, then he mentioned it must be the land. So mtu akikwambia hivyo, unajua unajijazia. I think he's very bitter. They have never been close with the son. They have always fighting. Now he has been jealous in the first place because his dad alimroga. So him watching the son thriving, and probably the son, the same land we mentioned of 85 million, it was supposedly supposed to be for Mr. 𝐾𝐿. So I'm sure he's saying this is the time that Mr. Minor wants to sell it or do something with it. I think now hit. It's supposed to be his. So it's not a coincidence that all these things have happened, and he's also fighting for what is supposed to be his. You get? What do you know that you don't know about this 𝐾𝐿? How are you connected with this 𝐾𝐿 yourself? 𝐾𝐿 is my father-in-law, and even before we got married with the Baba Sam, he has always been not in good terms with him. So I think this is the right time for him, maybe to hire people to ban him or something, because Baba Sam has mentioned, hata kwa hii YouTube channel, ali mentioned he wants to get to sell or something. So I think hata yeye alisikia hiyo story, or maybe he had heard of it before, ndio akapata opportunity. And then my name sijui iliingilia wapi. Let me ask you something. Because kila mtu hujitetea ikipatikana ako na makosa. Our case, we've been following you cheating on Baba Sam, right? How are you involving? What do you know that we don't know? Because right now you just brought in picture someone that we call Mr. 𝐾𝐿. How are you connected with this 𝐾𝐿? Because when he saw that he watched, he had to watch. Anyway, he had to watch. So he mentioned that this son of mine has always had land, mi hanisaidiangi, you know, vitu kama hizo. He still has some bitterness. So I'm suspecting. Yeah, I'm just suspecting. So you're not sure about it? It's my suspicion. I have very strong suspicions because of the way he was talking. He's a bitter man. And when I was asking him for advice, in fact, I went to him to tell him, si ajaribu at least kutupatanisha, because we are in a bad state, atuongeleshani. So he just started mentioning, it must be that land. He started mentioning it. He said it so many times. Unajua ukiconfront mtu aanze kusema kitu mara moja, it seems real. So he kept saying, that land, that land, that land, that land. So he's still on that land. Bado haja heal, like he didn't inherit. And then he's saying like Baba Sam has put up some property there. He's very bitter. So I think in a way he could have had a chance to get rid of his son, juu hata aipate, he be the rightful owner. That's how nimeona. But you were seen chatting with this Maxwell. Is it true that you guys were planning to kill your husband? Just be honest here, because the messages were so clear. Now you are trying to put someone on this picture and it's not making sense in any way. The thing is, Max has nothing to do with it. I don't feel like Max has nothing. Those are accusations, as I always say. But I think you should just ask Mr. 𝐾𝐿 some questions, so that my name can be clean and I can reconnect with my children. That's my cry. So are we working with doubts, or you're sure about something? Is there anything that you're sure about? I think it's not my fight. I just feel like you should call Mr. 𝐾𝐿 and ask him some questions. Maybe concerning this? Yes. Maybe now that you've been sued, yes, you are. Why were you summoned?
Because I've been accused of murder and harming my son. Yes.
Now, is there by any chance this Mr. 𝐤𝐿𝐭'𝐬 is connected to what you are doing? Because you seem to be knowing so much.
Because we always have a discussion with him. Because he's
with Mr. 𝐤𝐿𝐿𝐭'𝐬?
Yes.
You always have a discussion? About what?
About his son. Because every time we have misunderstanding, he's been the go-to. And he's the one I go to confide in, to talk about his son. And most of the times, okay, he can put us together, but they can still not have a confrontation with his son because they can fight a lot. They have never been like together. So every time I feel like he has a thing to do with it because he keeps mentioning the land, the land, the land.
How sure are you about it?
I'm very sure.
Do you know,
because it's been something, even before we got married, these people have been having a tense relationship.
Do you know you can have double charges? If today Mr. 𝐤𝐿𝐭'𝐬 maybe decides to sue you for deforming his name, unajua unaweza fungwa tena, unaweza kuwa na vifungo, unaweza kuwa na 2 cases to answer. But right now what you are saying, you must be sure. What do you know about Mr. 𝐤𝐿𝐭'𝐬 that you don't know? What do you know? Is there anything that you are sure? Did you plan killing your husband with this Mr. 𝐤𝐿𝐭'𝐬?
I did not plan, and that thing should not come in here. What I know is Mr. 𝐤𝐿𝐭'𝐬 was supposed to inherit that land, but the dad cast him because he was irresponsible, he was a drunkard. There's a time he was tested. You know the way as a parent you try, me test him with this small portion. He was given a small portion and drank all of it with women, akaimaliza yote. So the other part, dad yake akasema, this man is not responsible. Let me give it to my grandson. So all through, they have not been getting along.
Now the grandson is now your husband.
Yes.
Now, where did you get all this information from? You seem to be knowing so much about this.
For 20 years, how can you not know these things?
So who told you about the whole of this story?
Mr. 𝐤𝐿𝐭'𝐬. Yes.
He told you that he was supposed to be inheriting.
Yes.
Does it mean that you and Mr. 𝐤𝐿𝐭'𝐬, you are the ones who planned to kill your own husband? Because the way you are speaking things, it seems that you know so much about this Mr. 𝐤𝐿𝐭'𝐬.
No, I know because he's part of the family. Every time we fight with my husband, he's the one who we go to. So every time I have to get some information, they always mention it. The land, even Baba Sam once told me, do you know this land I inherited? It was supposed to be my dad's. So inaikaisha hapo story. So this is ringing a bell of what has been mentioned, what has been happening. So I'm gathering one and one and it makes 2.
How do you relate with this Mr. 𝐤𝐿𝐭'𝐬? How is your relationship? Apart from him being your father-in-law, how do you relate?
I must call him not a fixer really, but somebody I go to whenever we have misunderstanding.
Right now that you're having some issues with your husband, have you gone to him to try and fix these issues?
Yes, I have.
What has he said?
He just keeps saying it must be that land. And that land is supposed to be his. You see the way he keeps saying it.
Oh, he keeps on saying that the land is supposed to be his.
It's supposed to be his. Yes.
Did you do an investigation? You said that you're not the one who tried who attempted to kill your husband, right?
Yes.
After knowing that all these issues has happened and him saying that the land is yours, have you reported him for claiming a land that is not his?
First of all, that's why I want this, because it's now a police case. I want us to solve it from here. We gather the facts, then we can go ahead. Yes.
So you're very
already
sure that
I'm accused. How can I go report something?
So
I'm a victim here.
So right now, let me ask you.
Yes.
So if you're trying to say that Mr. 𝐤𝐿𝐭'𝐬 is connected to this issue of banning your son,
I feel it.
You feel it, or you're sure?
He has never healed. I just feel it. Yes.
You seem to be so sure. Can we have Mr. 𝐤𝐿𝐭'𝐬's number? You'll give us the...
Yes, I'll give you the number.
Wow.
Yes.
So if today Mr. 𝐤𝐿𝐭'𝐬 sues you and says that you're deforming him, do you have anything? Can you defend yourself?
Yes, I can.
You sound so sure.
I'm very sure because it has been tense, very, very tense, even before we got married.
Whoa.
These people don't get along.
Love that you show me, yes, that I cannot take it for granted. Love that you show me, I cannot deny.